Very often you'll hear things like things are getting so bad in Europe, they're terrible in France, they're terrible in London. It is time to make Aliyah, right? Mamdani's going to be elected, time to get out of here, right? We're running to Israel because we are running away from something that's we believe is disastrous um, elsewhere in the world. I always respond. Right? That might be true, but that's not the only reason that we run to Eretz Yisrael. Right? We run to Israel because it's our homeland, because it's where we're supposed to be. Those two reasons for going to Israel, right, run throughout a fair amount of the discussion in um, Eretz Yisrael in the Chumash, in the Medrash. This morning will suffice with one idea from the world of Bikurim, right? Bikurim are your first fruits that you bring to Yerushalayim. You have your orchard, it's beautiful, it's great, you get your fruit, right? You designate your first fruits in the field, you take them, you bring them to Yerushalayim. Right? You place them before the Kohen. There's a whole procedure. But in addition to the procedure, there is what we call Mikra Bikurim. There is an accompanying recitation of text. Most of that we're actually familiar with from the Pesach Haggadah, right? The paragraph of Arami Oved Avi, my grandfather was a wandering Aramean. Right, that's part of the middle section of Magid. But when you look in the Chumash, there are actually two different recitations that take place. Okay, when you come to the land, says the Chumash, "V'lakachta mereshit kol pri ha'adama," you take from all of your first fruits, right, that you're bringing from the land that Hashem has given to you. You place it in the basket and you go to the place that Hashem has chosen to reside. You go to Yerushalayim. You come to the Kohen in those days, ve'amarta elav, right? You say, there's a recitation. Higaditi hayom laHashem Elokecha. I am saying today to Hashem, my God, kivati ala aretz. I have come to the land. Asher nishba Hashem labotenu latet lanu. That our God swore to our ancestors to give to us. Then there's a break. The Kohen takes the basket, places it before the Mizbeach, and then we read, Ve'anita ve'amarta, you answer and you recite, you say, right? Before Hashem, Arami Oved Avi, right? My father was a wandering Aramean. We went to Egypt. We became a great nation. And Vayareu Atanam Mitzrim, the Mitzrim were terrible to us. Vayaninu, they afflicted us. They gave us hard work. Right? No Alenu Badak Kasha. Vanitzak El Hashem Elokei Avotenu. We cried out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to the God of our forefathers. Right, Vayishmat Kolenu Ve'etanya, right, Vayaratem Yenem Lachatzenu, and God heard the cries and He saw our work and He saw our distress and the pressures put upon us. Vayetzienu Hashem Mitzrayim B'yad Chazakav B'Zron Netuyah, and Hashem took us out with a strong hand and outstretched arm with great miracles, etc. Right? It seems like there are two Mikra Bikurims. Right? There are two distinct set of recitations. Right? Otherwise, the Torah just should have said, you come to the Kohen and you say, we've come to the land, Arami Ovid Avi, make it one section, one paragraph, one recitation. Here there are two. One, you brought us to the land that was promised. Then the Kohen takes the basket. Then you start speaking again. Why is the Chumash set it up in this way? So Rabbi Dr. Yonatan Grossman offers the following brilliant suggestion. Should also be noted that in the halacha, if you look in the Rambam does record this in two separate, right, actions. One is when you have the tent of the basket on your shoulder. The other, when it's placed on the ground, there are literally two different recitations. And Rabbi Grossman suggests that they are split on purpose to highlight the two different elements of Eretz Yisrael. If it was all one, the focus would be on Hashem saving us, which would be great. But in order to make sure we know that there's more to Eretz Yisrael than just a place to go to escape affliction, the Torah separates the two into two recitations, right, that represent two different ideas. One idea, which is the second, is yes, we were in distress. We were being oppressed. We were being enslaved. We were being pogromed. We were being holocausted. And we need a place to go that's ours, where we can be safe, right? Where we can protect ourselves. And that is Eretz Yisrael. But there's another reason, says the Chumash, that we go to Eretz Yisrael. Kivati ala aretz asher nishba Hashem lavotenu latet lanu. Because it is the land that God swore to our ancestors to give to us in good times, without threat or fear or persecution. That's the place we're supposed to be, because it's the land that HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose for us. Right? Today, it's the same two ideas. Right? It is a place where Jews, right, maybe not 100% safe yet, but it is a place where we can protect ourselves and stand on our own 2 feet. And when persecuted, we can fight back. But it's also the land that HaKadosh Baruch Hu promised to us, right, to our ancestors to give to us. And that is reason enough to appreciate the land of Israel, to appreciate Eretz Yisrael. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom.